Yeah, it didn't feel like time had passed so much. You know, felt like we'd had a break where we were sort of revived and ready to do it, and we had essentially also, just by the nature of things, shrunk back down to just the four of us. You know, it wasn't record company staff and management and all of the peripheral people that were, or lawyers, or all the people that were sort of surrounding us necessarily after, I guess, you know, Loud and Love, Bad Motor Finger, you know, when it became kind of a larger endeavor. So it shrunk back down to kind of normal life, and that was good. I don't think it had anything to do with it, really. I think it helped in terms of we would be rehearsing.
Yeah, it's focused.
So we're in a room playing instruments together, which means that someone's going to show someone else an idea. We're going to start playing that idea. We're going to start to develop an idea. But sometimes we'd be rehearsing for a tour, and someone would start to play the notes of a new song that's on King Animal, and we would kind of, I almost felt like we all have that desire sort of to just sit and do that because it's fresh.
With Soundgarden too, is one thing I've always thought about with other people and thinking about bands and stuff. Like, we would stop and talk about songs as much as playing. So it's really fun that we'd actually philosophize and think about songs as a group of guys. We'd talk about parts and how to arrange and everything. It's one of the more fun parts of playing is not playing.
We had, in the course of a couple of weeks, some different titles thrown around, but the Josh Graham, who did the artwork for Live on I-5 and Telephantasm, was also working on King Animal, and he essentially come up with images that we already agreed to, so the package was finished. So some of the titles that we came up with, which I really like, we all liked, didn't necessarily fit with what the album looked like. I guess, you know, in the early records where it was that Bruce Pavitt inspired post-punk indie, it didn't matter what the title was, because it was really, you would just take like a black and white photo of the band and some bold graphics and some cool colors based on sort of how they did 50s rock and jazz records. But then as we became sort of more our own thing, then it got more difficult to find images. I'm pretty sure that, kind of like anything that I do or anything any of us do outside of Soundgarden, it has to help, you know. It's got to be like Ben writing and recording a solo record, or you know, we're all going down these different roads when we're recording or writing or playing outside of Soundgarden that may open up different attitudes or ideas that you could then somehow figure out how to apply to what you're doing in Soundgarden. I think it's got to help. It's got to be either help in that, you know, you learn what you don't want to do, or you learn what might be integrated in a good way, or just having that, just by the nature of just the experience of writing in different ways, recording in different ways, you know, aiming for different goals, and musically, you know, it just keeps opening the picture up bigger.